All right, guys, so I'm going to begin the part 2 of this training series. Hopefully it'll be a shorter video. Now, I kind of want to talk about the threshold of failure, simplicity, complexity. So we talked about the individual skill sets and the combined skill sets to be a complex task. So I'm going to give you a kind of a video demonstration of that. So there's a graphic up here of the threshold of failure where you have order, chaos. The ideal training rune is like right around that threshold of failure. If it's not complex enough, you're getting a negative impact, and it's over your threshold, you have a destructive impact because it erodes confidence. So in this first video, see, I'm just doing basic skill sets. Shoot, static, not really doing anything, but it's below my threshold. I'm not really getting any training out of it. So I add some complexity to it by, now I'm doing lateral movements. So the next video, see, I'm doing some lateral movements with it. I'm prepping my body, I'm getting my lateral movements, but it's within my stress level. I'm able to do this adequately, no big deal. So then I bump it up a little bit more. Now I'm doing lateral movements with a reload, and I'm still able to compensate for this. It's still within my skill set. I'm not really pushing my threshold yet. So I'm going to try it one more time just by trying to go faster. So I'm going to change some dynamics where I'm going to change the timetable to it. Remember those SMART goals we talked about? So can I run it faster? Can I add stress that way? Well, even if I'm adding the stress factor of making myself run faster, I'm still able to do this pretty adequately. My body has been trained to this level yet. It's not a stressor. So now I'm going to add a different modality. I'm going to do lateral movement while shooting. So now I'm having to shoot on the move. So some people may have experience with this, some people may not, but this is within my threshold now. So as I'm shooting, I'm still comfortable. I'm not really taxing my body. I'm still below my threshold of failure. So I keep adding metrics like, okay, well, I have to get 2 rounds off before I get to the cone, and I have to do a reload. So now I'm adding those individual skill sets, namely the reload, into my scenario to make it go faster. So now I'm like, okay, well, I'm weak-sided, so I'm going to try my left-hand side walking now. I started to notice I fumble the mag a little bit because I'm starting to get closer to my threshold because it's the skill set I haven't practiced yet. I'm starting to get kind of stressed out. And as you'll actually see in this one, I actually reached my failure point. So now that I've reached my failure point, I can back it off just a little bit from there, and that's where I need to be training. That's where I'm going to gain the most benefits. But if I was to just sit at the range and keep blanging out static rounds, I'm not really gaining anything, and that's the principle of threshold of failure.